I had no plans of filming a video today, but here we are. I was basically spending just a couple of hours trying to get some pictures together for some workshops that I'm doing this year. And the workshop is to create a tea towel piece, like that one that I did in the video a few videos ago, but all hand sewing because there's no sewing machines. So the idea was to create your own tea towel piece with like a plique and using trimmings, bits of tea towels, linen and blah, blah, blah. So this is what I was doing this morning. It's all like a bit floppy because obviously I haven't stitched it down. And yeah, so doing that. But to me it just looks a little flat. And I think it is because there's no real story. I'm literally just stitching stuff onto this like patchwork piece. So then I went onto Pinterest, and one of the first pins that came up was something that I'd saved to an Art Nouveau or 1920s board that I'd created. And it was like a 1920s woman with fairy wings. And I think it was a costume. I should know this, I literally just seen it. But yeah, it was like a costume that she was wearing. It made me think that maybe it's not appealing to me because it just has no story or nothing to it really. So instead, I'm going to create a surrealistic tea towel piece. I was going through my stash and I have a lot of pieces that I think I can make a really cool surrealistic art. And surrealism is such a cool art form. It's a bit wacky, it's a bit whimsy, and I love that kind of stuff. I mean, I based like a bunch of my projects on surrealism. Like in textiles in school, I wish I had pictures of it and I wish I actually kept the dress, but it was like this upcycled denim dress with like a peacock coming out here. In uni, I was very inspired by Schiaparelli and Salvador Dali, and I created this blouse which had these like stitched on fish that were like on hooks and stuff. So surrealism is part of what I love to do. So let's make it in tea towel form. So today I am grabbing some tea towels and I'm going to form a surrealistic or surrealism art piece. Yes. I think the best way of doing this is to create a scene and then find the tea towels, or maybe try and do both. Yeah, let's do that. I'm having a proper rummage through my tea towels. I've got ones that are very like vintage style, which I really love. Things with like little butterflies and flowers and animals. I mean, I've got all those tea towels there and tea towels here. And I've obviously got some like clippings of like birds, teapots. So yes. I want this to be really whimsical and fun. And honestly, I want it to be bonkers. I want people to look at it and be like, what the hell? And I have spent the last hour going through my tea towels and trying to come up with some mad scenarios. And we're going to start with this tea towel first. The whole thing is going to be about building on top of tea towels. So this is the tea towel we're going to use. So it's quite scenic. And I think I'm just going to go crazy. I'm going to add like a big thing here. I did think about maybe adding like this little tea family thing on top of there, and then just label it as madness in wherever this is. Gonna kind of just make it up as we go along. I just want it to be bonkers, so let's do it. If I just follow this line roughly and then tuck that under, That should work, shouldn't it? So let's put you over here, like that. So I want to cut it from here. Oh, where have I just made that cut? There. I mean, I'm not making it very nice and neat, just because it doesn't need to be. It's meant to be fun bit of crafting. Okay, moment of truth. Yeah, that's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay. I'm really pleased with that. Okay, we're gonna, I think, do we stitch it down now or shall we do it after? Maybe, yeah, we can stitch this down. I don't know whether to do needle turn applique or just like running stitch. Might do needle turn applique for this and then just do a very rough running stitch, because we can embroider on top of it just to make it even more snazzy. Love it. This is how it's looking so far. I'm actually really pleased with it. So we've got the little cream tea family above the trees, and then we've got like a little bird, like oversized bird with some strawberries, and I'm just gonna add some little butterflies. I think I might be done with this one. I mean, the thing is, I need to get pictures for this workshop, so I don't want to do too much and make it look too crazy. But I've got another tea towel that has loads of animals on it, like elephants and giraffes and all that. And I might add a little giraffe head or something in there. But yeah, I actually really love this concept. So yeah, I'm just gonna crack on and keep going and adding, and yeah. I think it's good because I think the workshop will also be teaching people how to do needle turn applique. And although I'm still relatively new to the technique, it's not too hard to pick up really. So I'll be really happy to teach it. And I just think it gives everything like a really nice crisp edge. And obviously like it's not perfect, but I don't mind that. I'm just doing some blanket stitching on one of the butterflies. Because again, I'm hoping that's like another technique I can teach, because it's something really simple and it just adds a little decorative edge to some tea towel pieces. And I just think it looks really nice. I mean, my head is going mad with ideas at the minute. Like we could add like buttons and beads to the tea towels, some really nice decorative embroidery stitches, just to make it really, really interesting. And yeah, I think I'm limited to 2 or 3 hours for this, for the workshop. But yeah, I really hope it goes well. If you are UK based and potentially Liverpool based, then I'll put all the details here for the workshop. I can't remember, I think it's in June for this one. I'm not too sure. But I'm definitely doing a bug beetle one in June. all details will be here. I really enjoyed the last couple of workshops I've done, just because it just gives like a real sense of community, and it's really cool to have a room full of people who are all interested in the same thing. And I think that's why I've really enjoyed doing the workshops. So I'm hoping to do a lot more this year or just in the future. Yeah, I've done a very quick blanket stitch applique for the little butterfly. I think it's cute. We're nearly there. We're just going to stitch down the little bird, stitch down the other butterfly, and then I might add a little giraffe in there somewhere, but we shall see. I think I'm going to add some little googly eyes on the side of this building too, just because. I'm working on this one next, and already I'm getting surrealist vibes, and I think what I'm going to do is cut out this window and put maybe like an underwater scene, and then maybe add like a river that goes on the table, because I've got like a really cool fish tea towel. So I don't know, again, we're going to make it up. I've got some of this marbly blue fabric, which I think will work really well as the little lake sea scene bit, I think. So I'm just going to put it underneath and stitch it down. Yes. Ditched the woman idea because I'd seen this tea towel and thought, perfect. So I got another tea towel and started cutting around the little houses and slot them in by just cutting the main tea towel. And in order to make it just a little bit more snazzy, I'm going to cut around this whole bit here and then insert like a mountain, which I'm just going to cut out of like whitey beige fabric, and then I'm gonna embroider on like a little cable car. And I thought if I could, I might try and make it look like the squirrel's holding the cable car, but we shall see. But I'm really happy with how this is looking. Good morning. It is proper early. I spent a lot of last night just finishing off that squirrel tea towel piece, and this is how it turned out. It's just proper wacky and I love it. I cracked out these fabric pens, these ones here, which I was going to use for another project, but I really wanted to do like a little cable car on this little snowy mountain, and we've got like a little paraglider. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. So I'm just gonna use these tea towel frames to get some good pictures of them, and then yeah, I can start to write up the little workshop description and things like that. And yeah, I really like it. I think it's a really cool idea to use your tea towels that are maybe a little bit more scraggly. Like this tea towel is lovely. It was actually donated to me, but it's a little bit worn, like it's a tiny bit faded, which is fine for like an art piece, but I probably wouldn't use it in a dress. So yeah, I think it's a really cool technique, and you create like a little tea towel art piece. Isn't that cool? I actually think it's really cool. I think the workshop will allow people to be like get their like inner child, inner whimsical out, which is always a good thing. Like, I'm gonna encourage people to really just go crazy. Like, if you want your squirrel to have a top hat, or you want flowers coming out of its feet, like, I just think the more wacky, the better. I love it. And probably at a later date I might add some like beading or whatever, or maybe some like different textures or something to the squirrel, just to make it really stand out. But I'm really pleased with it. I am going to crack on with the workshop description, getting all the pictures out. If you're interested in coming to the workshop, I will put all the details in the description below. Like I said before, there is a scrappy beetle one as well, so if you're interested in that, then they will be coming in August, I think. I can't remember. So yeah, thank you for watching this impromptu video. I'm desperate to get onto my sewing machine, so hopefully the next couple of videos will be sewing machine based. Thank you so much, and if you can, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help, and I will see you next time. Bye.